Hello. No waifu, so I was gonna make us cry. Hello to the robot's gonna make everybody cry live stream. Let's start with a sip of refreshing hydration. And then we can jump straight into it. So, well, actually we can wait a little bit because we don't have too many people. But what we're going to do today is talk about the challenge that we had last time. Let me just move this out of the way. In the meantime, I will draw just a little bit until we have more people. I hope that more people will come who posted in the challenge, the concept challenge on Instagram, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 very nice people, well, very nice examples of people participating in our challenge. And yeah, I would like to do some live feedback for those. But in the meantime, hello Matsebot, Bogdan, Saman, Jonathan Driesen, Kor is here, and I did say Bogdan already. Alright, so I'm gonna go one by one. I'm gonna go just by how people posted on Discord. So I'm gonna scroll through Discord on a different screen and then zoom in, let's see. And Roducci was the first one. So Roducci was a bit lazy, he couldn't come up with his own idea. So I suggested he takes a look at Blade Runner. Wow, today talking is not my strength. Yeah, I suggested he takes a look at Blade Runner, finds something that's interesting for him. And I think apparently he's stuck with the vehicles. I gave him, I think, this one and this one as examples, but I took some older Blade Runner designs as well. And I'm pretty sure he went with a Peugeot. I don't remember what it's called, but it's clear that he took this Peugeot as an example. And he did some rotation. Did pretty good job building. I like how he uses boxes. You can see that he's nicely projecting. You can see he drew through everything. So I think that is a pretty nice thing he did there. He was a little bit, it's not lazy. It's not lazy, but you can see a couple of shortcuts. Let me just copy this, paste it in here. So here he didn't analyze it anymore. Let me add a red. So if you take a look here, you can sort of see that there is like changes in the how the shapes are put together. And of course this is like a toy car, so there's even less detail here than if you would take the 3D model. But you need a little bit of explanation what's happening there, because right now the lines are just disappearing, and this was about learning. But also I told the people in the thread that you don't have to spend too much time on all the details, so I can't really poo-poo on Roducci because he took a lot of details to heart. But also, like, something that might be interesting, a windshield wiper, you clearly put some detail. Hi Roducci, I see you here. You clearly put some detail into the windshield wiper. Meanwhile, everybody knows like sort of what windshield wipers look like, right? So it's not really that important. Like something like this is a more important solution to find this than you would on a windshield wiper. So maybe something for you to take away for the future is like prioritizing, like what is important detail and what is not important detail. And of course it's cool, especially when you're designing something and when you're adding a windshield wiper. Like we will see in a couple of the other examples that people realize that just having small elements like this really adds a lot to realism. So then let's talk about your actual design, what you did. So you took this, let me see what it was, because I forgot its name. It was a 1973 Dodge Sarah Boulevard, which is a really, really beautiful car. So I love what you went for here. And you wanted to translate it into this thing. Once again, we can see your strength is rendering. You're very good at it. It was a brilliant idea, adding a nice glossy blue finish to it, and it reflects all the neon skyline things that you see in Blade Runner-esque cyberpunk movies. So that's pretty good. I see a couple of... Ooh, what did I do now? Oh, I made it small. Great. Let's make it big again. Can I make it? How do I make it big? Full window. Maximize. Okay, there we go. Control F. I wanted to copy this and put it into Photoshop. There we go. Meanwhile, let's see if we have any questions. Roducci says he was a bit lazy. It's okay. I had to leave out quite a lot of detail in the body because I didn't have reference for that. Yeah, we will get to in a second, but it's also fine. Windshield wiper. Stop it, Rue. Stop it. Okay, let me just bring down the opacity a little bit on this bad boy. So a couple of things. So the good thing for Roducci is that, as I said, he's good with rendering, so he can get away with a lot of stuff because he makes it look cool. I really like looking at this. I love all of this. I don't really want to crawl into it too much, but let's do it nonetheless. So what do we have here? If I'm looking at this side and this side, what I see here, if we're looking from this side, you see this shape here. So if we would look from the car from the side, I would say that the front would look something like this, at least this area, and this can be here in the front, I mean in the back, it could be there with the two things there, but you would have this sort of jump here, something like this. On this side though, like I would expect the same as here, something like this, because you have this distance here and here you have nothing. So it's really a small thing, but people's brain will be like, oh, something is off, I don't know what is off, but this whole thing is missing from here. So that's one small thing that my eyes immediately saw and were like a little bit stuck on that. Another thing is there's a little bit of no detail here, this lower part here, which fair enough. If we look at this one here, it's not like, oh, now I'm annoyed. I feel like I need a proper Blade Runner Peugeot. There we go. Let me just grab a nice render because this is not really the best. Tools, size, large. Just give me a second. Bear with me, guys. I don't know why it's so hard to find a good render on this. I'll just take this one here. Not really a render, but okay. Oh, giant image in it. Ah, it's okay. And we don't see that part there, so I mean, great. So you can see like this looks like it's carved out of one big block of iron, which is a little bit weird, and that's what you wanna sort of prevent, because when you're building something, you're always putting it together from many different layers. And what you actually did really good. You can see all the cutting lines. You can see here you had to change shapes, so you need you need to put these things together. So that's great. I would just do something to make this down here this a little bit more interesting. You could have cut here, added like some sort of, you don't need an exhaust, but maybe some cabling that runs around, maybe just a step for the passenger if they open the door. So that's something I would have done extra. Could you talk about Roducci's shading? I can't talk about his. I think Roducci can talk better about his shading. Okay, the lack of detail wasn't intentional. Legit didn't have the skill to make that part interesting. Yeah, so if you don't have the skill to make that part interesting, that's not a problem. Then you just simply do this. you come here and you just, Control C, Control V, you do a edit, where is transform? Flip horizontal, there we go. And you just do a cheeky shit like that. Paste it there, Control M, bring up those highlights a little bit. Control Shift U to desaturate it. What I like to do, I do a Control T and I always flatten it out, because once you have, oh boy, once you have, actually I think I have too many, oh yeah, let me close some of my, because Chrome is killing it. So why I flatten it out, I want my control box around it to be almost the same as the thing itself. So I'm gonna move this up a little bit. I'm gonna press Control T. Now it's almost there. So now I can skew it very easily. So what I do is usually I hope it didn't freeze. Okay. Guys, I need a new computer. Please subscribe to my non-existent Patreon and give me lots of money so I can buy a better computer. All right. So what I do now is I can very easily adjust this. Why are you dying, bro? Like, you really shouldn't be dying. To what I need now. Actually, I might need, no, it's okay, it's fine like this. What you can do is I usually put it a little bit more. So like that. Now I put it onto an overlay, maybe, if you want to stick with that color, but otherwise the normal thing should apply as well. You can erase a little bit here and there, adjust it to your liking, and of course paint over and do your own thing. But it's very fast because you're good with photo bashing, so I wouldn't even worry about it. You just pick the same color, you can go in there, then of course just fake that lighting a little bit, add a bit of the darker ones to close it up, something like that. You can do the same over here as well. You can add, I'll just take this back, make some sort of cylinder there, close this edge up, add a bit of a brighter there, and because you have also this nice bright light, I'm gonna take a sharper brush, and I'm just gonna take the brightest point and shift click in there. And then you have some, and right now it's a little bit too clashing for my taste. So what I'm gonna do is just Control M, maybe Control U, brighten it a little bit, and maybe add some blue to it. Oh, wait. What's the problem? Is something selected? It should be working. Colorized, there we go. Now it's working. So you sort of, there you go. It's sort of a little detail. I would maybe even lighten it. It's a bit too dark for my taste, something like that. And now you have a little bit of detail there. So it's not a lot, especially if you're working digitally. It's a couple of steps. It's gonna go very quickly for you. You have the skills to do this, and it just adds. Like this is a bit too much now, but it's a really easy step, I feel, for you. But yeah, good job. I like what you did here. I think we can move on. Let's see if there's any questions. The shading is kind of all over the place, if you'd ask me, because I can't see a very clear point where the light is coming from. I mean, I would say it's you have several lights. So it's, to me, what I see here, if I add another one, since we're talking about shading, the light to me is coming from somewhere this direction. And then he has some neon things there, because this is clearly in shadow here, this is in shadow, this here is in shadow. He could play with it a little bit, so let us do this. I do a Control M. So if I do this, it sort of suggests where the light comes from. But yeah, it is a little bit blown out. So it would be more interesting if you add more darker shadows, especially since Cyberpunk is happening at night. But the rendering is not something that I want to necessarily give feedback on, because it was not the point. The point was trying to design something that fits into that world, and I think he did a pretty nice job at least for me. I'm not a super professional. All right, let us move on to the next one. The next one was Manuel. Let's go to Manuel. Where is Pure Ref? This is Manuel's, and Manuel did this baby thing, Bridge Babies, they are called. I haven't played the game yet. One of my friends told me just come and pick it up from him. I'm too lazy to go by, but I will do it one day. I will do it. And I think this is a pretty good job, especially since Manuel also jotted down what he learned. So let me just drag Discord in here if you guys haven't seen this on Discord. And this was my main thing with this whole exercise, for you guys to learn something. And the things that he took away from it are great. How easy it is to add detail, how organic shapes can... I just like that he did this little study as well, like maybe it's an upside down turn, what is it, womb, where a baby would feel more natural, and that's why they designed it there. So if you think about just a game, there is intent behind each design. So it's not just let's do something that looks cool. It was more, let's do something that's also meaningful. And small touches, let's see, he said that usable parts in objects, light indicators, handles, dials, all of this gives more usability, and the whole thing feels very well. I don't have much to say about Manuel's stuff, because I didn't, as I said, drawing your own thing wasn't necessary in my opinion. What was necessary is that you learn something from it. If we want to roast Manuel, because we have to roast everybody a little bit, why not? Let me delete these. The only thing I would say is that you have to, since you're analyzing and you want to pay attention to things, so you said it yourself that this is like a rounded organic shape, right? So which means if you look at this here, see it if you look at it from above, let me draw it on this side. So this is something like this. This would come something like this. So this is where you would have these round things, right? These two. And this is where you would have your handle. So when you draw this, I would expect this to come something like this. And this a little bit more like this. Same probably here as well. So you would have this sort of elevation, just because it's hugging that organic body. So it is a minor thing, but if you're doing sketching if you're doing sketching to analyze things, I think this is something that you need to pay attention to, because the whole point, you also said that you really like this nice organic shape. Well, if you do hard surface design like they did here, it does need to sort of hug it to fit better. But other than that, I don't have much feedback here, because I think you did a nice job analyzing and finding things that will help you, hopefully, in further sketches. Let us, where is my, there it is, Discord, so I'll pull it away. Then we had, yeah, Roducci. Okay, we're going to HVBA111, who I think is a Polish person, because he looked at the Polish APC, KTO Rosmak. So this is interesting for me, because so he was looking at the Aliens APC, and then he wanted to take some elements from that Aliens APC and apply it to this KTO Rosmak APC. But he tried to sketch the whole thing, which in my opinion is not really necessary if you just want to take, for example, because he ended up just taking the turret from the front and applying that to the front of the KTO. Let me just pop over into Photoshop. Oh boy. Okay, this is a bigger drawing. Let's make it smaller, and let's put his KTO sketch in here as well. Oh no. We do not have our work rave started up. I was wondering, like, how come I'm making a live stream and the freaking sheep is not annoying me. I had a live client call and I had to turn it off, so we don't bother with the client. But I do need to take a break every now and then. So, what I would say, if you know for sure, like when you go into exercises like this, it's usually good to have a couple of goals, like what do I want to learn? Like for Roducci, he was concentrating on the whole vehicle, right? He had that right thing, so vehicle. Then Manu had the prop, that specific prop. So if you want to take a prop from a vehicle, I feel like there is, like, of course it's nice because I see that he is still in a beginner phase and he's trying to also better his perspective, which is actually pretty nice work here, I must say, pretty nice. But I love how he's structured. You can really see the construction lines and everything, and that's cool. But it's a little bit of a waste of your time if what you're interested in is that turret. I would maybe try and take a look at several turrets, what there is in the game. Maybe take a look at both of the turrets. So because if we look at this, it has a turret back there as well. So just make a study of both turrets. And this is a relatively simple turret. As you can see, yeah, he simplifies. So this is nice. I always like it when you do like technical drawing, because that sort of helps you understand it quite a bit more. And then you can plate it here. But here, he was going more for an illustration, because he could have just done this much. So what I would have done, if we shrink this down a little bit, let me take a different color, is just concentrate a little bit just on the front and just try to be more deliberate with my lines. So just think what and how I'm gonna draw, and not worry about making them too sharp. And I would have stopped here. That doesn't matter there. And then mostly concentrate on, okay, how do I put this gun properly here? There will probably be a hole cut there, so that's fine. And then we will have two of those ellipses there. Actually, the other one goes a little bit lower. And then we have another one here, one on top, and then a smaller one. And then you sort of, then you can come in, but I still wouldn't, like, if you're sketching, I would try to maybe draw a couple. You could also draw a couple just apart to see what you want to achieve with it. These would be the turrets, but I see, like, you can see that it gets very flimsy if you draw. So the rest is not so important. It is if in the end you want to create your own thing, it's fine. But then also, why not take some more examples? Like if you want to make this a bit more sci-fi, like you have these armored wheels that you could have taken as well. All in all, I think it's great that you put in the extra effort for sketching out the whole thing from several angles, but try to also always be smart with your time, because of course you're investing your own time to learn this. So if this is your main approach, then yeah, concentrate on studying that turret a little bit more. But yeah, nice, really nice work as well. And yeah, ellipses at wheels, they're going to be hard. They're always a little bit hard. And yeah, just keep on practicing those. But the rest, nice job, really nice job. Okay, let's see if we have questions in the chat. Hello, sorry, I'm starting digital drawing soon, getting my first tablet, XP Pen Deco Pro. Nice, that's I reviewed that. It's a pretty good tablet. What do you do to start? Just start drawing. Whatever you would do in your sketchbook, you just do it digitally. Same thing. Okay, let's move on to the next one. There we go, Mr. Jonathan Dreesen / Snailmaster. Where is he? So what I imagine you did, you didn't have this perspective, and you just tried to come up with all the details and everything that is in this perspective. Am I correct? Where is Photoshop? Because yeah, detail-wise, yeah, I see because you were asking about how much detail you should be doing, and I see why I see why you were asking, because there's definitely a lot of detail in this animal. So yeah, but I think that's good for you, because you did quite a lot of fun stuff that you can apply and that you see also. You said you just had the front side kind of view, perfect. So that's why you do this. So this is really good for that. You have, oh, where's my red? You have these really nice several dots, like dot. How is it? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like in this. They use this a lot in mech design and also all sorts of hard surface design. So that's cool. All these things that you stole, like this goes into your head, and you can use it in your design next time. So I think that's great. And I think you did a pretty good job. I don't know if you need the rendering for it, because it's a little bit arbitrary. So it's just to make it more pop. So it's not necessarily correct. But again, I'm not concentrating on that one. I am going to go a little bit into perspective. Let's see. Try to challenge my perspective. Yeah. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about your perspective then. Let's bump this down in visibility just a tiny bit, so it's more visible. So we have clear lines here, clear lines there. We have a bit there. Like this also sort of goes that way, goes that way. Where we start to have a problem immediately, this one and this one. So this sort of changes a little bit very much. I would expect this line also to go a little bit more that way. I mean, we can also, like, this goes that way, so I would expect the center line to be somewhere here, based on your lines here. Also, these, let me just show you this. Actually, I could take the U. So this one, and that one. They are merging here, which means that there has to be like a horizon line there. But then this one is going somewhere up there. So this is something that is really worth looking at, just because I do this many times as well. I just see that, oh, these lines are not good, so I would just have to adjust this a little bit, and then this a little bit, probably this one here as well. Unless this is sort of twisted to the outside, so that might be a twist there. That might be that you did correctly. This line, like this here, you can cut off a little bit more. I can do that. So like really watch out for these lines, because these give you away a little bit when it comes to perspective. Let me see if I find anything else. I mean, with the legs, I pretty much take that the legs are a little bit twisted inside, so that's pretty cool. I think that's nice. But here, so see, because you also trick your own brain, like the viewer's brain. You have this line here, that line, and that line. So these are all nice and, well, not parallel, but they meet somewhere far away in the same point. Same with this one. So that's already cool. And I see what you did, because now you can see that this and this are still correct. And this is where you're going in the wrong direction. But also what is not correct is this one is, it seems like this goes like this, and then the leg would go like that, which I'm pretty sure that it's incorrect. So with these, you suggest the line here, but this line like contradicts that. And these are things that your brain just tells you that something is wrong, but you don't know exactly what. You see sort of, you almost have, I don't know what this shape is called exactly, like trapezoid or something there with these two tops of the legs. So this can happen if you don't double, triple check that your lines are nicely aligned. Here down, like you can see, everything is beautiful here. Everything is going to the same line. Same again here, you have a little bit of a problem. So let me erase this and draw a quick box. If we draw a box here, it's a little bit in the air, right? So we see from below. Let me make it a little bit nicer. So this is the box that we see. Now if we rotate the box into, so it fits there. Okay, let me drink some water and then we'll finish it in a second. Ooh, thirsty. I'm speaking a lot. I think my my throat is gonna dry out quickly. Okay, so we tilt this box. I want to draw this as a box. So this is going to be my box. And my expectation is that these will meet somewhere farther down the line, somewhere there. Now what you drew here is a little bit the opposite. If we draw these lines, I'm exaggerating, but these will meet here. And technically the opposite is supposed to happen. So these are supposed to meet somewhere there. So the correct lines should be a bit more like this. So I would cut off, cut off that part there. And then it is already a little bit better. So yeah, these are easy to miss. But man, really nice line work, really nice job turning it around, maybe coming up also with your own details. So nice, man, nice. I think this is what you have to do with these sort of challenges. So good job. Let's see who is the next one. The next one is Flap, who, as per usual, is sketching in his sketchbook while drinking in a bar, which is one of the best ways of sketching, I think. So he went for the BFG from Quake 2, I think. Yes, Quake 2 BFG. You older people know what BFG stands for, maybe the younger ones as well. So he has a couple of examples of the gun. He did a nice quick study of it. It's what I like. It's from the side, from the front, from the top, so you sort of understand what goes where, and then he translated that into a more modern representation of it. I personally, that's just personal thing, I would have stuck with a more maybe rectangular shape or design, because he went a little bit more organic, which I appreciate. It's also nice that I always like it. Like, okay, let me just copy this because I like a lot of things here. Wow, that's a big scan, huh? So there's a lot of really cool details. Let me bring this down. I really like that this is, oh, why are you not red? This is slanted. That's very nice, cool design. Then you have the fire going out to the side. You have the nice pouch. So everything is cool, I think, but what I don't know if he took too much of the design, because I would have loved to make it simpler. Like if I would have done this, let me copy this, I would have stuck to the old retro design, which is not because of purpose necessarily, but because of computer limitations. I just think it's cool that they didn't have too much computer power to nicely render out these things that he has here. I think it's a very cool challenge he made for himself to just update an old version, and it's not update because he sort of created this in his head. So it's pretty good. But I would have maybe, if we look at this and at his design as well, I would have made it just a little bit more angular. Let me see. Oh, let me bring in his other drawing as well, because then that's a bit easier for me. Let's make this smaller. Here, there we go. And of course he doesn't need to agree with me here because he did his own thing and I think he did it well. But I would have just tried to have the thing as angular as possible. Just because the computers of those days were a little bit sillier, didn't have all that energy and all that computing power. And if we look at this, I would have maybe, well, no, I wouldn't. You don't need to stick with it. It just makes it sillier looking, but that's just my thing. I would have stuck with, because computers don't really render rounded things. I mean, you don't model rounded things because your computer would die with all those surfaces, but the rendering makes it look modern. So he could have left that like that, and I would have even tried to keep the details a little bit lower on this. But you also you have it many times just because like designs like this are very personal, that it can happen that somebody goes over your design and you just don't agree. And then if you don't agree, you don't agree. It's your baby, it's your creation, it's your vision, right? But I would have tried to keep it a little bit more to this, but I think his ideas is really great, and it's a nice sketch, and he had a great time drinking a couple of pints while drawing this. So I think it's a nice job in the end. Let's see, questions. Doom 1 of the OG games. Yeah, it is. Big French gangster, yes. Or big friendly giant. Yes, of course, it is big friendly giant indeed. All right, let's move on to the next one. And we're coming. Oh yeah, Core. I think Core studies. Where is he? I think Core studies game design because he, just like Manuel, did a really good job. He was just doing a study. He didn't have time to draw something of his own, but that is also perfectly fine. He did a front view, a side view. He had these views from here, but he learned well, he applied well. And let me also just read, because he also had some learnings, I think, somewhere here. Repetitive designs usually have a logic of arrangement. So yeah, as you can see, oh boy, let's just use the mouse. So as you can see, they are nicely arranged. They have the little dots where they probably not stitched together, but welded or something together. So there is a reason and a meaning to it. Yeah, so they are set by circle axes, as he says here, and also that complex design are not that hard to be broken down, but just require time. And that is true, because that's also what we learn with what I teach with the whole put everything into a box, and then you can break the box down and break the box down and break the box down, because in the end it does make sense. Yeah, there's not much I have to say here. Other than that, like, of course I could nitpick a little bit his lines in here and there, but I think his takeaways are good, and hopefully he can apply a lot of this in the future. If like I always love when you can draw cables, and cables take some time, and he was not paying the most attention. Okay, let me copy this to the cables. But something is that also that Manuel was a little bit in a hurry, maybe. Like you can see that this will connect, like you have this one here, you have another connector here, and this sort of gives you a hint that there's another connector there. Now, he sort of lost that a little bit. Would have been cool to just see, like you can add your own as well, but this sort of goes nowhere, and this also goes too much into the chin. So in the design here, it went a little bit further back, as you can see, and maybe this was a little bit further back as well. I think this was a little bit further back, and that was to the chin. So just there's tons of things that you have to pay attention to when you're doing an analysis, and it's easy to miss things. So it's always also nice to come back and look with fresh eyes, because you can discover things that you were just glossing over, and for a future drawing or a future design that you're doing, this could give you like ideas like, oh yeah, it makes sense to place something here or place something there. But yeah, once again, it's a really nice study job, and yeah, this is what you should do. Just try to learn from what you're seeing and try to take away those little details. Okay, let's see if we have anything else. Mircea, too afraid of the roast to ask questions. I actually didn't see the connection, thank you. Well, there you go. So that's what I'm saying. So sometimes you can make a design on an object, take some time, take days off, do some different stuff, and then come back and try to do a study again. And you can maybe pay attention to this different parts, and you still learn. You still learn. And the next one is Bogdan, who is too afraid to speak up, or what did he say there? Let's see what we have from him. So he went for Vash's gun, and this is one of those old classic animes. Trigon it was called. Many people were comparing it to Cowboy Bebop, yeah, because he was also sort of a bounty hunter, but it's quite different. It is quite different. I did, however, enjoy it quite a bit, so I'm happy to see that he wanted to try and draw this gun, and he did a pretty good job. I mean, I don't know what this is, so let's start the pooping, because he was afraid. Then we can also just rip straight into him. Let me rotate this, put it there, and copy this, put it there. I only have a couple of things to say, because I think it's already good what he did there, but it is always good to pay a little bit more attention. Okay, let's see, let's move this one out of the way. So I think you will probably know what I will have to tell you in most of these. Like here it's okay, but here you like, I feel this happens, it happened with me a lot, that you start drawing on a paper. Oh, this is a cool shape, let me draw this shape, then that shape comes, and oh shit, the end of the paper is here, let me just quickly squeeze in the handle there. And I would just say, yeah, don't do that. Then just draw as far as you can and just let it go there. Because clearly, if you look at here, or if we look at the handle here, clearly the handle will go something like this. So I'm not sure that happened, because the whole paper is not there, but I'm guessing that's what happened, because that happens quite often, that you're trying to fix something into the paper. And actually, also I have to say it's good that you're drawing big, because I had the tendency when I was younger to draw very small, and these are smaller, still nice, but I had the tendency of drawing very small, and I had a big paper there, and my drawings were like this size drawings, and that's good if you want to cheat and if you don't want to draw detail, because if I draw here, I can draw a spaceship relatively quickly, and I don't have to draw detail, because I do a couple of squiggly lines, and I do a couple of these things and those things, and because we are pattern recognizing people, it could be not my meaning at all, but somebody will see something here. Oh, those are like exhaust vents or something like this, and then they will think like, oh, okay, that's a cool ship, but it's just a bunch of squiggly lines, and I cheat a lot by just not having detail there. And if you actually do what you did and you draw big, then you really have to draw nicer. So I really commend you on that one. So that's a good job. But yeah, keep that in mind. Another thing, when you're doing a study, what I would recommend, since you're drawing this, take also like real big magnums and use those as reference as well, because so if you look at this is a revolver, usually 6 shots, which means that it's called revolver. Oh boy, because it has the What are we doing, buddy? Can you tell me what's going on? Yeah? Okay, now we're working, everything good? All right. Oh, there you go. Good. Photoshop, good boy. Photoshop is working again. All right. So the revolver has this housing for the bullets, and it's usually 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this is where your bullets are in, and then in the middle you have these things. And then where you have the bullet, the cock, or whatever it's called, will hit here. You have some gunpowder, and then that pushes your bullet out. Now, if we look at some of your drawings, the question immediately that comes to mind, what is this thing? Is it a revolver? Is it not a revolver? I think if we go by this, it's still a 6-shooter, but then it is like hexagonal. Yeah, that is 6, hexagonal. But then the other question is, okay, so which one is the barrel? Is this the barrel, this the barrel, that the barrel? Like, this can't really be a barrel because there's no bullet connected to it. If you look at this drawing, this is too high, I feel like, for a bullet. Like, if we go by, this is something like this, right? These would be the 6 things, so you would have bullet there, there, and there. Like, it doesn't really, it's not clear to me where the bullet goes in. So yeah, I would say keep that in mind when you're drawing something. Like here it's good. See, like here, this is the barrel, and then I would say, so this is where your thing rotates. I wouldn't put it to the middle because it makes no sense to have it in the middle there, but I would put it like usually this. If you look at smaller revolvers, you have your 6-shooter there, and then this is your barrel, then you have sort of a cleaning thing there, and then you have your thing there, and then that's where your cock is. Boom. So keep that in mind. Here is almost good. I also like that you have the ventilating holes here. That's nice. Here is, so you did a couple of nicer studies there as well. Just keep in mind when you're studying something, but this is also me, right? This is what, oh, it's dark in here. Let me turn on some lights. So I am an industrial designer, and I am looking for things to make more sense. I am trying to see, okay, will that actually work? Of course, it doesn't need to work 100% because we're not going to build these things, but it is much easier to sell it to somebody if it looks like it will actually work. So, oh yeah, good job with the studies. And I just saw that I didn't comment on this one. So it's exactly what I've been talking about. So your rotation is there, it's okay, but then you have a big hole, and I see a question mark, what goes in there? So exactly, so like this, if this is in the middle, if we go back here, like where does your bullet come from? Is it the lower one? Your cock is up here, so what is the shuttlecock, or what, I don't remember what it's called, but what is that hitting? What's exploding there? So yeah. Keep in mind, but it's nice that at least you have the question mark there, so you know for yourself that you are a bit confused how that mechanism is working. So hammer, cock and hammer, yeah, you're right, hammer, yeah. So when you have this, you just go on the good old interwebs and you do a revolver, pistol, how it works, and it's gonna give you probably a couple of nice drawings as well. There you go. See, this sort of gives you a nice explanation. Copy image. Let's put it in there. So you sort of see where the I don't know where my thing's at. How the barrel is aligned with the top bullet. This hits the gunpowder in the bullet, explodes and pushes it out. And then you have these, I don't know what those holes are good for there, but they're there. Then you have your axes running along there. So you can do a quick search for everything, and it will help a lot. Trust me, it will help a lot if you spend a little bit extra time doing that research. All right, let's leave poor Bogdan alone because he's gonna think that I have something against him. And I think he was the last one. Yes, that was it, guys. We went through it. I am very proud of all of you. I think you did a great job, and I'm happy that you participated in this. Let's see if we have any questions or something. Jonathan Reason, what do you mean we aren't selling giant? It means by the level of detail you're providing with the feedback. I'm great. Like I like doing this. It's just, yeah. I don't know. We don't always do this. Cartridge is the thing that the bullet is in, if I'm correct, right? Cock as if you're coming from German here. Confusing if you only have the audio in the background while building a bed. All right, Matsubob. All right. I don't know why you would listen to me instead of music, but thank you for your support, my friend. Bogdan Misha, thanks for the feedback. And yeah, didn't get a look at the real guy. Yeah, so that's a good point for you. It's nice to, if you want to study fantasy gun, but always connect it back to real guns. Reduce weight. That's a good idea, Roducci. I think that makes sense that they reduced the weight. Ansing is watching us from his sister's wedding. Wow, that's don't get your sister mad, man. Cartridge is the part that holds the bullet. All right. So yeah, that was my main goal with this live stream. I can continue a little bit with the previous drawing. Otherwise, if you have any questions, if any of you have questions, I guess since you all are here, I guess this is a good moment for you to shoot off those questions. I'll gladly answer any question that I know. The hammer is the thing that hits the bed. That's the hammer. I don't know why I have him. I thought it was called cock, maybe from shuttlecock. I don't know. Makes it go boom. Good explanation, Jonathan. Okay, let's see if we still have open recent. Did I save this apart? Because I was thinking I could work a little bit on the, oh wow, how low am I on memory? Let's see, task manager. Okay, so yeah, Photoshop and Chrome are the culprits. Aye. Okay, so this was not the correct one, but I can go to the correct one. Oh, cocking the gun. When you pull the, yeah, that's why I thought it's, yeah, you're right, cocking the gun, yeah. Kupuli asks, how was the amigurumi sale on King's Day? So if people don't know, yesterday was King's Day here in the Netherlands, and usually people go out, get drunk, have a lot of fun. The whole day is just drinking and having fun and walking around with friends. And the kids and also people who want to, they can sit out and sell old stuff they do for fun. And my girlfriend likes to crochet, and she had a whole bunch of amigurumi. And we went out and we sold quite a bit. So we had, I don't know if you can see me, we had a big box and like a smaller box, and we emptied out the smaller box and we sold at least 1/4 of the big box, which is quite a lot. So it was quite nice in the end. It was just cold, and standing in a spot for 5 to 6 hours in the cold. I am not envying the people who sell on markets all the time. That's some heavy duty working. Okay, let me find the thing that I wanted to continue drawing, and then we can also continue with questions. Double barrel shotgun diorama. There we go. This is what I wanted. But I wanted it. People poo-poo. Come on. There we go. I want to draw it here. And then we can stop Photoshop. Okay, let's see if we have questions other than Kupuli. Roducci, when is the next challenge? Because these little challenges are so helpful to keep momentum. Next Monday or the Monday after. So I try to keep a little bit of spacing for myself. So either the coming Monday or the Monday after, we will have a new challenge for sure. Core, next challenge coming soon. Yes, there you go. It's so as I said, Monday or the Monday after. Okay, so people like these challenges. That's happy to hear. House time, yes. I would have visited your stand, but I was sadly kind of busy as always. It's fine, man. Don't you worry. Honestly, if my girlfriend would have done this, I would have probably stayed at home because I'm not a, actually, yeah. As I get older, I just don't have patience for crowds so much. So usually for King's Day, I just try to go the opposite way where the crowds are, or I just stay home and have a chill day because usually you don't have to work. So that would have been my plan. What's this? Okay. So let's work with this then. I think it's a lot of fun when it's nice weather, but when you're freezing, that doesn't seem like... No, it was not fun. I mean, in nice weather it's cool, and it was also nice is some of my friends came up to visit. Well, they came up for King's Day, and I caught up with them and shamelessly forced them into buying some amigurumi from my girlfriend. It's always fun when you can just misuse your friends. Okay. The Chronicle Gamer. Alright, I think we all can agree this house needs one tomato plant and one roof. I mean, it has the roof, but the tomato plant, I'm fully up for that. I think tomato plant is a good idea. Primer is the part of bullet that sits in the cartridge and makes the powder, and it actually ignites. Okay, I didn't know that. Makes sense. I think the tomato plants should be here. They're climbers, right? Tomatoes are climbers. Let me tomato plant. Yeah, they are climbers indeed. Maybe not that high. No, I mean, the thing doesn't need to go that high. Matsubob, I bought a bunch of oranges in lack of fitting clothes, but the happiness of crowds and sunshine was nice. Yeah, I didn't have anything orange, so in the morning I just took one of my girlfriend's orange nail polishes, and I was showing people this one finger that I painted orange. So that was my my approach to celebrating King's Day with less orange. Okay, now I feel like these things are coming up more often than necessary. Nice gym music. Bay shift. Bro, why when I finished the Rust video I come here? I don't know. Why did you come here after Rust video? What was the Rust video about? We are in Disco Robert house where we're listening to gym music and drawing tomato plants for people who, I don't know why, decided to join now. I feel like I should always, like, I should have like a disclaimer for people who join our stream, like, sorry, please don't come here. This is just silliness going on. We're not doing anything worth people's time, honestly. I feel like I want something here as well. Another little, this could be something. I still want something. Everything is growing. What is not a growing plant? I know potatoes are technically not growing. I could put potatoes there. Potato plant. Yeah, potatoes are not on. Yeah, let's do that. And let's make it a little bit wider. And then we'll have 2 rows of potatoes here. And then let's just suggest it a little bit like this. And I lost the comment section. Where are we? Because it's meant to be. Rugai, no, you didn't miss anything. Or did you just want to vibe in the house? Kupfuli has a quality Thursday evenings with us. How nice. That's very nice, Kupfuli. Strawberry. No, it's not bad. I like strawberry. But let me first plant my potatoes. So I don't know. I think Bogdan and Kor, they're both Romanians like myself. I don't know if I'm an outlier or most Eastern Europeans are like this, but like potato is my favorite fruit. Jesus Christ, my favorite vegetable of all time. So like as long as I can eat potatoes, I'm gonna be fine. Like the Irish can F off. I never thought that the Irish would like tomatoes as much as I like them. Bogdan, next challenge would be fun to be centered around roasting the art. Nothing like the little Stockholm syndrome to keep us coming back. I mean, like, I'm not Ethan Becker. I'm not good at pooping on, even for fun. I'm not that good at pooping on people. I try to be nice. Strawberries would create some cool shapes, more complicated plants than potatoes, though. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to murder myself with complicated plants here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to keep it simple for myself. It needs Batman. No AA. I don't think we will add Batman. I meant how many liters of pickle juice are recommended on a daily form. See, so that was interesting because I don't actually know if it's super healthy to drink pickle juice. I've been just drinking it since a kid, since I like sour stuff. But I imagine there's some preservatives and whatnot in these sort of pickled stuff, which I don't know if it's the healthiest for you. So that's why I also put that disclaimer in there. I don't want to get anybody sick. Strawberries. Let me see. Okay, not just strawberry plants. And they are a little bit more complicated. Maybe if I also switch to my other brush. So you would have there's a 3 leaves, and I'm gonna also just copy paste a little bit here and there, and also just erase bits and pieces here and there. And of course, like, if you know that this was supposed to be strawberry, you're gonna say you did a shit job. But if somebody doesn't know that I'm going for strawberry, just say, oh, okay, there's more plants there, that's very cool. And only you guys will know that I failed at drawing proper strawberries. And I like you guys, but not strong enough that I care too much about if you think I failed or not. It's fine. I'm just here to have fun. We're not gonna do perfect strawberries. We're gonna do like a couple. Oh no. Like I do this every now and then. Look at that, great. We do not need symmetry. I don't know why I turned it. There is a shortcut that turns on symmetry, and every now and then it just ruins my life because I have to erase things and redraw things that don't need to be erased or redrawn. Let's see. So Core also likes potato. Good to know. Right now, switching to I learned. So back in Romania, God bless my mom's heart, she never knew how to cook rice. So I hated rice. And then when I moved first to Germany, I had some Indian, well, housemates. We were living in the same dorm. And one of the guys offered to cook butter chicken, and I never had Indian food before. And I was like, okay, sure, whatever. I love trying new foods, and it blew my mind. And especially the basmati rice that they were using, I got addicted. I was constantly buying basmati rice, and I was trying to cook it like they, because it was nice and dry. It was in nice pieces. Yeah, that's when I learned the beauty of basmati rice. What else do we have? Tomato plants are very fun. Potato juice. Yes, I had a lot of potato juice. The Chronicle Gamer. Wait, don't tomatoes and strawberries ripen at different times? Come on, let's not try and be realistic here, okay? For F's sake. I have no idea actually when they ripen. I think strawberries can ripen very early. Potatoes are usually an autumn thing? No, actually, no, because you have early potatoes as well. So potatoes you have throughout the summer, but it's been a long time since I've been occupied with potatoes. Strawberries in a container specifically for this situation. Ramen cart, we have to be quiet. Kim is counting to 294. Why is Kim counting to 294? What the hell? Pickle juice is better than strawberries. Current Gamer, what do you think about sushi? I love sushi, which is again funny because I don't like fish. I'm a mountain boy. I came from the mountains. Okay, wait, let me add, before I continue my story, let me add one more thing here, which should be, I don't want to put beans there. Oh, put beans there, why not? Beans are nice and climbing. So what I can do, okay, bean plant, is what I would do if I would have to. Oh man, I made everything disappear, didn't I? Great. No, okay. Image, Windows, default layout. Why did I make everything go away? I don't know. What I would do is I would tie a couple of strings here, and then you have beans running up those, and beans have interesting leaves. And we can also take some beans around here. And then we have more of these semi-heart-shaped beans. Leaves. Yeah, sorry, I was telling my story about fish. Is being a semi-mountain boy, I never got into fish. And once I went with a friend to a sushi restaurant, and as I said, I like trying stuff that I usually don't eat, just because it's interesting to try new things. So I decided to try sushi, at least a couple of bites, and I actually, turns out I like it a lot. So we go with a girlfriend on a regular basis to all-you-can-eat sushi places. But I still don't like, what is it, the insects of the sea that much at all. So whatever it's in paella. I don't know why it doesn't come to my mind, but I don't like those at all. I don't know why people are disgusted by insects, but then they are super fine with eating those insect-looking things from the sea. It's just weird to me, but okay, to each his own. Kupuli loves sweet potatoes. Same here. I don't know if I love them more than regular potatoes, but they are definitely a nice little food. Okay, the chronic gamer Robert Kiss, don't worry, they ripen at similar times. Well, okay, all good. Fall harvest, but depends on the kind of tuber. Okay. I picked up all my stitches for a shawl I'm knitting, and I had to check if everything was correct. I see. Maddie C, could someone catch me up on what we're drawing? So we're just doing a sort of cyberpunkish diorama house, because I wanted to draw this after seeing some dioramas. And right now, oh, where's oh, there we go. Right now we're just planting some beans and some other vegetables, just for the fun of it. Oh, so that is the, actually I don't need this anymore, we can get rid of that. I'm gonna bring this one down. Oh no, wait, that was too early. Let me erase this. Where's that line? Oh, there. Okay, so I can bring that down then, no problem. I erase the line from here. So yeah, I should have been a bit more patient. Let me bring this back here. Okay. That's a lot of guns on the previous window. Not sure which window. I tried knitting, I didn't find it that much fun. Actually, I never tried it. I don't think I have the patience for it. I have patience for some things, but then no patience for other things. Knitting, I think, is one of those. Okay, let's erase this bit of the house here. And that bit there. But it is slowly coming together. Bogdan Mircha, can you add some minerals from StarCraft for a more diverse heart? Good one, Bogdan, good one. Solar panels are already here, but so the idea was either way to do some sort of planting, but I like what you guys came up with, so I'm fine with that. Let me pump this up, so we can merge some of the layers together. This is Bogdan's plank. I don't know if you guys remember. This is where we're gonna toss off people who are late to the live stream, especially me, I guess. Kupuli says, last time we ordered a sushi boat. Kim decided to go for the biggest one, 98 piece. Whoa, there were 3 of us. Next day we still had a lovely sushi lunch with the leftovers. Wow, that's a lot. That's, yeah, I never had a sushi boat. We're mostly going for the all-you-can-eat sushi, just because sushi is quite expensive, if you didn't know. So that's the one way that it seems more okay to binge on sushi. Roducci, sorry if this was asked before, but are you gonna paint it? Yes. That's also why I have these, because I also want to keep the paint as somewhat simple. And I wanted to keep the whole thing simple, Like this is super. I should have stuck to this sort of simplicity, but I don't know. I have issues. I just keep on adding stuff to it and making it less and less simple. Okay, I wanna merge these two layers together. I think now I can. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna just take these lines away. I can always bring them back if necessary. And I'm just gonna merge this down as well, just so we get a little bit. There we go. Put the layers together. Let me come back down here, finish up this car as well. And there we go. So I could erase that, but what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna make a new layer, take a nice big white brush, or actually a gray brush, and just color in below my car with gray, and then we're gonna switch this to white in a second. But I want to be, well, with Photoshop I would just mask it out, but Sketchbook still doesn't have masks. Actually, this is old Sketchbook, so I should shut up and not complain about it, because new Sketchbook I don't have on this computer yet. I don't know if I will switch anytime soon. There we go. So now we have nicely masked everything that's there. I can erase these parts because we don't need them. So that's our little pizza delivery van. Back to black. There we go. Ruga, I hope it works out for you. Kim Grass and Robert. Chronic Game is asking, maybe you're shifting from the simplistic design because you have your own art. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So sometimes I can stick to an art style, but especially when it comes to simplistic stuff, because I like detailing and I like putting a lot of nonsense into my drawings, I just forget about keeping it simple, and it becomes my style. Many times it's the opposite when there's like the draw this in your own style challenges on Instagram. I start drawing and I notice that I try to totally ape their style, so I'm not really drawing it in my style. So there's always something. So is this house so you can move off grid? Well, I wouldn't mind moving off grid, but I guess not quite. It's just a couple of solar panels are not gonna be self-sustaining enough. Otherwise, I would love to do that. Add a little bit of jank there because it's nice to have it there. Bogdan, I make my own sushi, not always as good as the restaurant ones. There is greater satisfaction though. I mean, I can see that working out. It's not my thing. I'm not that much into making sushi. I did it once with friends. It's a fun activity with friends, but I enjoy eating it more than making it. Maddie C. One time I went for sushi with a group of friends at a gas station. Not the best stuff. No, I can imagine the sushi at the gas station would not be the best stuff. It was meant to expire the next day. We kind of just shrugged it off, but later two of us got, ooh. Yep, see, that's not worth it. That's not worth, yeah, I would just not eating afterwards sushi, because yeah, I would also be afraid to eat the stuff that I got food poisoning from. What else do we want to do? I'm just gonna add some schmutz here and there. Why not? Just a little bit, some liquid there. maybe a box, like a walk to go box. But yeah, I can, like, maybe you should go to a nice and high-end, high-class sushi place. What can also happen is if you eat something and it's super bad once, then that stuff you just never want to eat again. And that can also be a shame, because you lose out on a nice dish like that. Actually, I'm gonna look up cracked pavement, because you don't want to just make stuff up if you can get some good quality. Something like that. Okay. You don't have an all-you-can-eat sushi, well, yeah, well then that's perfectly fine. Rugai, if it's not enough solar panels, maybe you should draw in a small nuclear reactor. So we have a fusion reactor down here in the basement that is going to come handy soon, but not just yet. Crowbar, because we like Half-Life. I feel like oh yes, this is what I forgot from last time. Oh great. Drew on the wrong layer again. Control Shift I, Control X, and Control V. There we go. And now you can merge down, and we can take a short break and catch up with the chat a bit. It's getting late for me. Take care, guys. Good night, Bogdan. It was nice having you here, and it was nice seeing you in the challenge. Bye-bye. Maybe a mini wind. I was thinking of a mini windmill. I didn't, so it's getting a little bit busy, so that's why I didn't put it there, but we might still come up with something that we could put there. Kim, the first time I had tuna at a high-end sushi place was an insane experience. Didn't knew the tuna was that yummy. Yummy. Yeah, I'm usually trying to stay away from tuna when I'm eating sushi. And then I have the tuna roll after all, and like, oh, this is actually really nice. It's not bad. I can have some more. You need a rest break. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Talking about Half-Life, did you get the chance to play Half-Life Alyx? Oh yeah, I finished it. Like as soon as I knew that I'm gonna get the VR headset, there was a sale on Alyx, like 40% off. Immediately bought it. I didn't have the headset for quite some time. Well, actually, I got the headset, and my computer couldn't run Alyx for a while. Like I think it was like 1 or 2 months later when I got a laptop that could run Alyx, and then I finished it. Really amazing. Like if you have a headset and a computer that can run Alyx, that is really next level. Oh, I'm out of the frame. I just noticed. All right, enough break. Let's continue. You know those embedded wind turbine things where it's like a wall or something? But shouldn't the wind turbine be able to rotate into the direction of the wind? Like otherwise, I see it to be a little bit useless if it can't adjust. Sushi is like tequila. Just one more can't be a bad decision. It is like that. It is like that. I know, especially if you also do the all-you-can-eat one. Then let me just order a little bit more until all of a sudden it's too much, but your mouth still wants to eat one more piece. Just one more piece. Just one more piece. Okay. Oh yeah, and then this is what I wanted to do, the pole. The pole. Okay, let me see. Can we do it without the ruler? Oh yeah, I'm actually fine with that. We can cheat just a little bit and adjust the, oh no, adjust this angle. There we go. A little bit of cheating never hurt anybody. And I guess once we're done with this poll, we can call it a night. We had a good feedback session. We had a little bit of plant drawing session as well. I'm gonna look up Japanese pole cables. I guess. Jesus Christ, these are ridiculous, but I love them. Wow. Okay. So they have just a simple ending. Let me put the picture in for you guys so you see what I'm looking at as well. Copy image. So yeah, I'm looking at this. I don't need the sides here and here. Let's put it there. I know a girl that can definitely run on Alex. Ha ha ha, Radici. Look up vertical windmill, like a very high stretch DNA heal. Oh, those! Yeah, I know those. Yeah. That's a good one. Those, what? Chronic Gamers, those helix windmills are very pog. What is pog? Is that some new way of saying things now with the youth? So we have some sort of stretchy thing around here. I guess something like this. Oh yeah, one thing that I'm trying to force myself with this drawing that doesn't work at all because I immediately stopped with it, is I wanted to force myself to be more okay with having wobbly lines. Not everything has to be nice and crisp. It's just, I immediately started using the ruler and I shouldn't. But yeah, I'm trying to veer back into that direction. Yay, Chiminache, look at all these things that are here. Ridiculous. Okay. I guess I like that thing, whatever that thing is. We're just gonna add that at an angle. See what we can do like that. Very welcome, Manuel. Ruga is heading home. Thank you for being with us, Ru. Have a lovely rest of your day. Chronic Gamer, it's outdated as of 2022. Oh, 2021, okay. Okay, I could make this a little bit less thick. It's a bit too thick. Yeah, that's a bit better. Oh, Matzebob, since you're our resident German here, which area of Germany are you from originally? Because I need German fans or people who watch me to get me Maltaschensuppe. I think it was somewhere in southern Germany, or last time when I was in Germany, it was in Nordrhein-Westfalen, and I was asking people if I can get some Maltaschensuppe, and they told me that that's not a local thing. That's more of a southern thing. and I really want it because it's amazing. So I need Maltaschensuppe. If there's any other Germans in the stream, please feel free to send me some. It's a really nice soup. I don't know why I just remembered, but talking about all the soups, all the different foods, just reminded me of that. Poggers is a separate word slang for basically meaning cool, awesome. It comes from Twitch. Oh yes, I am not a Twitch person. There you go. There you go. Damn it. I can't hide my old personness. Okay, let's add something here. But then it died after being associated with unknown US political protests that definitely didn't have to do with the president. Okay. Oh, Matzebab. South and Middle South both have it. Lived in all 4 directions. Can look on Saturday in Gronau. Okay, so it is a South thing. I will have to go back there and get some. Because usually also, like, other than Maltaschensuppe, we don't, well, not other than, but in general we don't eat a lot of meat with a girlfriend. But when we go visiting Germany, I'm always, I know that we're going to eat a lot of meaty stuff. It's just a great place for eating meat. This is a bit dangerous. It's close to the head. Like if you look at it, if you want to walk there, you will have to duck under. I actually like that idea. It's not the safest solution, but it is a somewhat ad hoc solution. Really sorry, but I ought to go. Great work so far. Well, thank you very much, Maddie. It was nice having you here again. And have a lovely working day. Hashtag I'm too old. Welcome to the club, Matzebab. Maultaschensuppe, Kim. So Maul is mouth, Tasche is bag, and Suppe is Suppe. It's basically like a giant ravioli in a soup. That would describe it best. Okay, let's create some cable carnage here. And another one. Okay. And then maybe we'll also add, because I saw some of them having some round boxes, so we add one of those as well, and some loose cables, and then with that we'll call it a night. It is dystopian-esque, yeah, that's what I'm going for. Imagine Manru makes a real-life 3D model of this and prints it. That would be cool. Bruce Non, I'm just working, I'm trying to do like, I draw a diorama, so it's sort of just like a house with some details here and there. It's sort of slightly Japanese, cyberpunk, dystopian inspired little house. I feel like I would want to add more. Actually, well, this is an idea for next time. I'm not gonna implement it now, but I think I can merge this one down. Yes, okay. If I add that there, like the windmill that we were talking about, I could connect a couple more wires there, running from there as well. Something like that. I think I can do that for next time. Let me just get some reference for helix windmill. I know them mostly from sci-fi, so I need some. I see. So it's not quite like that, but that's okay because we can adjust. Just so you know, it's not easy drawing helixes. And we ran out of music. How fortuitous. There we go, something like this. Yeah, for next time, and then it is connected there. Ah, that works. That works. I can live with that. We will do that next time. Is that a challenge? Just by the way, a quick question: why do you use a 13-inch tablet? Do you not like bigger sizes, or do you like the probability? Do you not have the money? That's what you should ask. Big sizes cost money. Also, I think this is like 16, not 13. It's what was it? 16? Wacom. 16. No, it is 13. You're right. But anyways, no money and a little bit of a lack of space as well. Because this one, I can very easily. Okay, probably a bigger one you could if you have a proper professional handle for it. But this one, I just do this, and I just put it away, and I can draw because my desk is also here. With the big one, I don't know. It would be much more unpleasant to set up for drawing. So yeah, money, space. Please put better. Probably not. Bruce Nunn looks awesome. Thank you. Do you add color threads and color these as well? Yeah, I will. But as you can see, it's taking. I've been drawing this for quite a couple of live streams now, so it's gonna take a while before we get there. Jonathan, did you already get to try out Oculus Adobe Medium for sculpting? Yes, I did. It's quite nice. I miss a bit the control, but I have to play more. I still like Gravity Sketch quite a bit more. It's just faster for me. Space Engineer has a good version. I have one from Riftbreaker. So Riftbreaker also has helix turbines. Do you already have an idea for the next challenge? Not yet. As I said, I said this Monday or next Monday. It's probably gonna be next Monday, not the coming Monday, because I need to. I want to think about something that you guys enjoy as well, and it's interesting in general. We want to simply assume you got all the YouTube monies. I mean, I can tell you, I think I make somewhere around 150 to on a really, really good month. I might make 200, but that's around Christmas or when people stay home a lot and they do nothing else but draw. So it's usually 150 a month that I get out of YouTube. So that covers some of the expenses, monthly expenses. So don't think I'm rich bitch just because I wouldn't know why you would think that. This is canonically P.I. Lowe's home. Actually, I was looking at P.I. Lowe. I was thinking of we should draw some more P.I. Lowe. So we might take a break from our little house, one of these live streams, and we might do some more P.I. Lowe stuff. If you guys don't know what P.I. Lowe is, let me actually open it here. Where do I have it? There it is. So P.I. Lowe was a character that we came up in one of our live streams. And it's a pillowhead detective. It was quite a bit of fun. So I thought we have to incorporate him into more stories, because we have more and more things that we're creating. We have to bring back the robot chicken again. We have to have more adventures with our Mr. Sockbird here as well. So just some inside jokes with you guys. But yeah, that is it for today. I had a lot of fun. It was really nice looking at all the stuff that you did. It was really nice seeing that you really learned many things, and that you applied a lot of things very well. So I hope you will apply these in the future as well when you're drawing stuff, and think about this in the meantime. I will say slowly good night to everybody. Was really nice as always. I enjoy goofing around with you people, and have a great weekend, and see you Monday and then next week. Goodbye everybody.